Now I am here to explain you about biosphere reserves in India. Biosphere reserves, they are established by country and are recognized under UNESCO's Man and Biosphere Reserve. UNESCO's Man and Biosphere Reserve launched in 1961. It is an inter-scientific for the improvement of relationship between people as well as the surrounding environment. It was initiated in India from 1986 with the financial assistance of 90:10 for North Indian states, 60:40 for other states for its maintenance, development and its improvement. Now we'll discuss what are the criteria for the recognition of biosphere reserves in India. The core is a biogeographical area in which many of the species are able to sustain, belong to all the trophic levels, and the site must have a minimally disturbed core for the value of natural ecosystem, and the local communities which are present and using their knowledge for the protection of the area. We know national parks and wildlife sanctuaries also protect the ecosystem. Then why the importance of biosphere reserves in India? I'll explain you. Biosphere reserves doesn't require any law for its establishment, whereas wildlife sanctuaries and national parks are established under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. There is no human interference in case of national parks, and here some of the, as these are the living laboratories, there is a human interference. What are the three zones in biosphere reserve? There are three zones: core, buffer zone and transitional zone. Core, this is the most protected area which consists of endemic plants and animals. It is protected as like we protected the national parks under Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Here no human activity is considered. This is the buffer zone. The zone which covers the core zone is known as buffer zone. It is useful for research as well as scientific studies. The activities present in the buffer zone should not disturb the core zone. Transitional zone is the zone where we can see cooperation between the human ventures as well as the conservative activities done by the government. Here we can allow agriculture, housing, cropping, etc. Now, what are the 18 biosphere reserves in India? Cold Desert in Himachal Pradesh, Nanda Devi in Uttarakhand, Kanchenjunga in Sikkim. Kanchenjunga in Sikkim is the India's first mixed heritage site in India, and Dihang and Dibang in Arunachal Pradesh, Dibruki Saikova and Manas in Assam, Nokrek in Meghalaya, Sundarbans, Simlipal, Amarkantak, Seshachalam Hills, Gulf of Mannar, Great Nicobar, Agastya Malay, Nilagiri, Panchmari and Kutch. Among all the biosphere reserve, the large one is the Kutch and the smallest one is Dibruki Saikova. And the first recognized under biosphere reserves is Nilagiri, which is endemic to the Nilagiri tar. Smallest one, the recent one which we add is Panna in Madhya Pradesh. Let us know about some of the threats for biosphere reserves in India. Threats are poaching, and we are collecting some of the endemic plants for our scientific purpose, and pollution and climatic change. And there is a conflict between the locals as well as the authorities for the preservation of ecosystem. What is the way forward for the problems is people which are present in the transition area, the land rights should be secured, and the government should have to take the measures for the invasive species extinct to the natural species. Thank you for everyone.